For our second keynote speaker, we are fortunate to have Dr. Frank van Dingelen, who is very well known to most of you. He is a principal engineer at Google, where he leads the Android core location team. He also teaches GPS. He and Professor Perenge created an online GPS course offered through Stanford University and Coursera and available on YouTube. This is a very nice resource. I really recommend it. Dr. Van Dingelen is a pioneer in assisted GNSS, the technique that allows GPS to work in cell phones. He's the inventor of course time GNSS navigation, co-inventor of long-term orbits for AGNSS, and he holds over 90 issued US patents on AGNSS. He is the author of AGPS, the first textbook on assisted GNSS, and co-editor of PNT in the 21st Century, the latest book on GNSS and navigation. He is executive vice president of the Institute of Navigation, and the fellow of the ION and the Royal Institute of Navigation. And he's also past recipient of both the Thurlow and the Kepler Awards of the ION. Previously, he was a navigation officer in the South African Navy. He obtained his bachelor's degree from the University of Witwatersrand, South Africa, and his PhD in electrical engineering from Cambridge University, England. Frank, it's over to you.
Thank you, Juan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Well, thank you for the introduction and the opportunity to speak to you. It's a great honor to speak at this plenary, especially to follow such a wonderful talk from Dr. Arias on the very fundamental thing that our efforts all depend on. As you all know, GNSS is nothing but a clock with some features. So I'm very happy to present to you Google's use of 3D building models to solve urban GNSS problems. This talk has 7 sections. They're going to be approximately 6 minutes each, so it's fairly long. But each section will take on a new thing. So if something bores you, stick it out for 5 minutes or so, and there'll be something better following. We'll start with the problem. Then look at approaches to date. Then I'll take you into some depth in an algebraic solution for a limited case. Then show you the Google scale approach for the general case. This includes machine learning, which we'll go into briefly, and then look at the magic synergy of L5 and 3D model assistance. And finally, I'll describe the deployments by Google and the results achieved.